No. Oh no, I don't have a bit. I don't have a bit. How am I going to start this video without a bit? Hi, I'm Mark Mifsud, and it's been a while since I've done one of these reviews, so I'm just going to jump right into it. This one is about us. You and me. Us is a film about husband and wife Gabe and Adelaide Wilson who take their kids to their beach house expecting to unplug and unwind with friends. But as night descends, their serenity turns to tension and chaos when some shocking visitors arrive uninvited. Alright, so let's just jump right into the review. First off, the script is... I've noticed a lot of people hating on the script, a lot of people not really understanding it, saying it doesn't make sense. Me personally, I really enjoyed it. This script is actually very, very intriguing, and it gets the viewers engaged in many ways. Everything has a dual meaning. Jordan Peele has even said that himself. Literally, everything in the film has a dual meaning, even the title itself. I'm not going to jump into spoilers at all in this review, so if you're worried about spoilers, no need to worry. Keep watching. This film has layers upon layers of stuff to just dive into. Everything is, at one point or another, foreshadowed or referenced. It could be in ways that serve the plot, or it could be ways that are just incredibly subtle, stuff that we're just supposed to look into or infer later on. Not so much stuff that it directly affects the plot. If I had to point out one complaint with the script, it's just that towards the end, there's a scene where where there's a lot of expositional dialogue and things are just explained to you, which is, in this kind of movie, you don't want, especially since Jordan Peele has said how deep this, or not deep, but how many layers there are to this movie and everything's supposed to be sort of analyzed by people. It's weird that he would just throw in a scene to completely explain everything. Now, the reason I'm not completely bashing on the movie because of that, because normally I very much dislike expositional scenes, but that scene is so well crafted in more than just a script. There's exceptional cinematography at work. It's so tense, that scene. There's more going on than just the exposition. There's a whole creepiness to it that is added on to what is being said by this character. One thing I should mention is the performances. Lupita Nyong'o is amazing. The whole cast is amazing, but Lupita is especially fantastic. Her performance as Red was incredible. The way her physical acting, along with how she delivers this amazing dialogue as this tether person, is unbelievable. And Winston Duke also is incredibly funny. He's a lot more comedic than you would assume a movie like this would be, and that's not complaining at all. Winston Duke, certainly, he does the comedy justice. One thing I've actually heard from Jordan Peele in an interview was that he did put in all of this comedy into it, but that's because he adds in the jokes, but they're not punchlines at all. They're just jokes fit the character to lighten the mood, to sort of add that extra comedy element, but none of it is done with extra beats. The rest of the cast is also fantastic. I mean, I normally dislike child actors. They're actually one of my biggest pet peeves in movies. But the kids in this movie were absolutely fantastic, especially the little boy who does an incredible job as his opposite, as he does as his regular. I am just blown away by how well this kid can perform. And then we can't forget the Elizabeth Moss and Tim Heidecker, who, again, they are beautiful in this role. The whole cast is just perfect. There's not a single actor or actress that faults in any way. So perfect 10 out of 10 on the performances. The cinematography, also absolutely fantastic. Mike, I don't even know how to pronounce his name, Joulakis is the cinematographer, and it's just absolutely stunning. Some shots are incredibly well crafted. There's a whole action scene at the end. It's not really action, but if you watch it, you would understand. That is just beautifully shot, and all of the action and gore and horror is just added onto with this extra layer of cinematography. The visual effects are also fantastic. I mean, there's not much with it. There's like some people multiplied that is an effect added. There's all the blood, all the gore, all of like the horror elements. They all look great, they all look seamless. I have no complaints in that area at all. And as far as this film being fun and enjoyable, it is the entire time. Although there is a moment of expositional dialogue, you're still in the moment. You're still feeling this tenseness. You're still supposed to be scared. It's not even like a movie that intentionally tries to scare you, which is what I love when horror movies prioritize the story over the whole scare element. When a movie doesn't try and scare you is when it's, in my opinion, it's best. And Us does not try to scare you at all. It just tries to tell a good story. The musical score is one of my favorite parts of this movie. It is absolutely phenomenal. Michael Abels does an absolutely amazing job with this like ballet music mixed with horror strings. It's so creepy, and it mixed with the unoriginal music. Fuck the Police is played, and it's applied beautifully. Unoriginal music thrown into a movie is hit or miss. In this movie, it is absolutely a hit. The sound design is great. I only have one complaint with the sound design, and that's the sound of the scissors. When characters are moving scissors back and forth, whether it's just in their own hand or they're handing it off, it sounds very weird. It sounds way too noticeable for just like a small object. And that's my only real complaint with the sound design. And the production design is absolutely fantastic. I mean, the tunnels are absolutely phenomenal. The whole house, both houses are great. They help to add on to the characters that those houses belong to and just tell a lot more about them than just, this is the setting. This is where the things take place. This is house A. This is house B. No, we get a middle-class family house. This is an upper-class family house. We're not going to acknowledge it in any way in the film. We're not going to say anything, but it's all said through these different settings, and that the way you're supposed to differentiate them is just by their house alone. And I love when movies just give that to you and don't really say anything about it, but they're there for you to interpret. So overall, Us is a fantastic movie. I definitely recommend everybody watch it. There are a lot of layers to it, and it really needs multiple watches to get everything. I definitely recommend going to see it with someone else. That way you have someone to talk to about it afterwards. I went with two friends, and we spent the whole hour-long car ride talking about the whole thing, and like just talking about it, you realize so much more than you did. Us never stops being an exciting movie. At the very least, there's that. Even if you're not a fan of the whole inner workings of the movie, you can at least appreciate that it's exciting, it's thrilling. So overall, I give Us a 96 out of 100, so an A. Fantastic movie, but it does fault in some very minor areas that are just me nitpicking, and that's what I do. So, thanks for watching, everybody.